Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of Geektopia with me, Adam Carruthers. And within Geektopia, we have these little subsections to categorize everything. This is Geek Squad, where I get together with some friends and we discuss something we've all agreed to watch the week before. So we have the Chief Jantan, we have Calvin J with his new camera, looking good, dude, looking effortlessly stylish with a slightly trimmed beard. We welcome back Prateep Naidu, and we say hi to Puppy Zach, who's in a cage or something.
This is sound system.
A sound system. Okay, he's trying to soundproof himself here.
I like the way the face beautifier is on, and
I know, right?
He's very made up today. Got blue eyes, you know.
The eyebrow also grew back.
This is the natural lighting. I can't fight it. What the hell?
You're on your new iPad.
Hey, who got the new camera with the fancy filters on?
You're on the new iPad, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So just want to show this. Move to the left and right. Okay, you can't really tell with that thing there, but the camera actually does track Zach, which is pretty cool. Okay, move. Yeah, see how the camera tracks him and moves? Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Very nifty. Yeah, I didn't hear what you said. Your audio sucks today, Zach. Anyway, what are we discussing? It's a film out of Hong Kong from last year. It's got Donnie Yen, who I love, Nicholas C. He's been around for so many years. In terms of the China box office, which is obviously a much bigger market than Hong Kong, it was the 7th highest film of the year, 7th. So it earned slightly less than F9 did in China, oddly enough, but more than Godzilla versus Kong. So obviously, I heard about it because it made a lot of cash there. What did we think about it? Chief Jantan, you yourself first.
Okay, I enjoy action movies. I enjoy action. I enjoy movies with Donnie Yen inside. But in the beginning, first half of the movie, as I watched it, I was like, this is familiar. I've seen this like 1,000 times before, you know, like it's what's new about this? You know, that, oh, my good best friend who's my fellow cop, who then he dies, and then it's like, and then let me introduce the wife, and you know something's gonna happen to the wife. So it's like, oh God.
Pregnant wife.
Yeah, pregnant wife. So it's like deja vu or what?
Yeah.
You know? Then after that, they try to bring the element of like I call it the Squid Game element, where it puts you in a situation where when you're in this situation, what would you do? Like if it's a situation where you're sitting there and you're being the witness to all your friends going to jail, then what would you do, right? What's morality versus being faithful to your friends, or or right and wrong? Is it right to do this? Is it not right to do this? So that part, okay, fine, gets me thinking a bit. But the rest of it was like, oh my God, this is a carbon copy of a lot of other Hong Kong stuff that has been done before.
Yeah, I felt it was a bit of a letdown, the movie. I expected a lot more from it, considering how much money it made and some of the reviews I saw. I thought the second half was better than the first half as well, when there were actually things that felt like they were at stake overall. But what about yourself, Calvin J? Do you watch a lot of films from Hong Kong?
Oh no, I love Hong Kong movies. I love like Infernal Affairs. I love Once Upon a Time in China. All those Hong Kong movies that I love. And yeah, I 100% agree with TL that this is basically nothing different than what we've seen. Like, this is not like, oh, cutting edge story and blah blah blah. Look, it's made very well. They clearly spend a lot of money on this. Donnie Yen and Nicholas, I mean, basically as martial artists and choreographers, amazing. That final fight between those two, and then the other fights as well. It's just I find it very realistic. The choreography is it's very well done in that sense. But other than that, I feel like I watched this movie over and over again. Like like basically it was like the cop. Rush Hour did the same thing, lah, guys. It's not that. So I like, even if I want to say like this movie was kind of made for the Hollywood, people who did kind of like, Crazy Rich Asians to us was like a story already told, but to them will be something different. Maybe this movie was made for them, but then I thought to myself, like, yeah, Rush Hour did the same plot, like,
Yeah,
guys,
I mean, it didn't get a big release overseas either. It did make some money in the US, if I remember correctly, but not a big release. It was in China and the Hong Kong market where it did make a lot of cash. What about yourself, Prateep Naidu?
I mean, It's the first like Hong Kong movie I watched,
Is
first
it?
Donnie Yen movie I watched, and like the villain, I can't pronounce his name in the movie, NGO, I think, because I only read through subtitles. I've only cooking show. I've only seen him in a cooking show with David Rocco, so I was like, I don't know anyone in the movie, and I really like the movie. I do agree there are cliches, but I really like the movie. I like the stunt scenes. I like the final fight. My favorite is especially when NGO
NGO.
NGO is on the bike, and Dorian Bong is like fighting from the car door there, and it's like it's edited in a way where there aren't too many cuts. You can't understand what's happening, but you can understand every single thing they do in each fight. And in the end, like the villains would have got away if it weren't for Prince lah.
Yeah, true. And you mentioned the bad guy NGO.
If I don't know how to pronounce things, I just spell it out.
The cooking show. I'm gonna name drop.
The
I know
third verse
someone...
of bingo, by the way,
Fun.
is the third verse of bingo.
There you go. I'm gonna name drop something for you,
NGO.
Kevin. I know the guy that directed NGO in the cooking show, a cooking show, and he's in the conversation right now. In fact, on my Zoom layout, he's directly above you. It's the Chief Jantan. He actually worked with NGO. I'm just gonna call him NGO.
In that exact scene that we were talking about.
That's another reason why I recommended this movie, is because Chief Jantan's actually worked with the bad guy in the movie, so I thought it'd be quite fun. Is he a
Yes,
nice
sir.
guy in real life?
He is.
He's been around for years.
Very professional, very nice. Yeah. He deserves, yeah. When you see him work, he deserves everything that he has.
Okay. Is it
Very-
pronounced Sir or C?
I have no idea. I call him
Sir,
sir.
sir.
Sir, right?
It's sir.
Call him sir. Yeah.
Okay. So Nicholas, he's petite. I think you said it's your first film. He's been around for years and years. He was like this teen idol. In fact, one of his earliest films was Gen X Cops, directed by the same guy that did Raging Fire. Sadly, he passed away during post-production, Benny Chan. So they go way, way back. And he's worked with Donnie Yen before. Donnie Yen's choreographed his stuff. Now we come to Puppy Zach. And Zach, before you start, can you move a bit so it'll be really dramatic as the camera tracks you as you start talking? Yeah. Okay, go for it.
Yeah. You know what? It's like everybody said, it's very predictable. But I enjoyed the movie because simply it was shot very well. I thought we were seeing different aspects of Hong Kong. My favorite scene was when they were in the slums and then they ended up in the sewer. That was a great fight scene, choreographed very well. I don't know. I just noticed different things about Hong Kong this time around that wasn't very prominent in other movies. But storyline, otherwise, yeah, it's nothing new. You are my brother.
Yeah.
I got one thing to say about the slums though. Like, I like the fact that they portrayed the slums as the only people living in the slums are all Indian people. I just wanted to say, listen, okay, Tencent Media, I know y'all got some heat for some stuff, but I mean, guys, come on lah. I've been to your slums, it's not Indian people.
Okay. Time for some ratings. So let's go reverse this time. Puppy Zach.
I give this movie 7.5.
7.5. I'm going to go a bit lower. I'm going to say 6.5 for me. What about you, Petit Naidu?
I would give it an 8, but because of the Indians in the slum thing, I felt personally hurt. So 7.
7. But 8 was already quite high, I thought. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Calvin J.
I would give it a 5.55 for the movie because it's nothing new, and 0.5 extra for the choreography is just amazing.
Yeah. And finally,
You give it a 0.5
for the action. And
for the action. I mean, the action.
No, extra. Just this like extra,
bonus. Chief Jantan.
I'm giving it a 7 because of the action and also because of Nick.
Wow. So we're all kind of going with a different rating. That's unusual. Usually at least 2 people will have the same. All right, that's Raging Fire. Worth a watch, but not an essential bit of
Wait,
filmmaking.
what's your rating?
I said mine's 6.5.
Oh, 6.5.
Yeah. I said after Zach, sorry, that I'm gonna go a bit lower. Yours was 7.5. I think said mine was 6.5. But anyway,
I mean, they put Indians in slums, lah. Come on, okay?
Exactly.
Hey, at least put one Chinese fella there, lah. It is Hong Kong, you know.
The Chinese fella is there, the head of the.
They are like the head of this thing. They still everybody living in
He's
this
head of the
world.
he's the man in
And the
charge.
worst part, the Indian people are not even given guns. Okay,
Yeah.
they are supposed to be gangsters, but they're all given knives. Okay, only the head
Yeah.
honcho, which is Chinese fella, given gun.
True. I think you should tell your mate NGO about this. And complain.
But
Anyway, what are we watching next week? Because there's actually quite a few things that we could choose from. Let me double check. The 355, which is the Jessica Chastain-led movie. Fan Bingbing is in it. Penelope Cruz. That's watchable. Nightmare Alley. This one really intrigues me because it's Guillermo del Toro. You guys want to go with Nightmare Alley for next week?
Why
Okay.
not?
There you go. Nightmare Alley will be what we are reviewing, but that's in the future. As for the present, what did you think of Raging Fire? Maybe you haven't watched it. Does this piqued your interest in any way whatsoever? Leave a comment down below and recommend something for us to watch in the future so you can take part in the conversation as well. And as I always say, like, share, and subscribe. Next time, bye.